Hello everybody! As you know from our last video, we had nearly given up on our van search, but someone actually posted a comment, thank you very much Baja RV couple, about the Airstream Rangeline. And when I started looking into it, we found a dealer that was not that far away, about a 3-hour drive. So let's go check it out.
All right, we are off to see another van. This one's in Penticton. So I got off work at noon, a little bit early today, so that we could come and do this. Our fingers are crossed that this will be the one.
We're feeling really good about this one. Although you probably remember from the last video that we were feeling really good about a bunch of other ones too. So you just never know.
No, we'll see.
So we're going to see something that we didn't think that we would be going to see. It's actually a brand new pre-built van. Now, before you're like, what? I mean, we kind of know what we're doing here. It is the exact layout that we want. So do you remember that like super crazy expensive van that we saw, the panoramic?
The $260,000 van.
That one. It has a layout that's almost identical. We've only seen the pictures, we've only seen the diagrams, but it looks to have just the absolute perfect layout just for us. All the features we want, and that's the kind of thing we just have not been able to find on something that's been custom built. So that's why we're looking at a pre-built. It is the Airstream Rangeline, not to be confused with the Honda Ridgeline. And when you think Airstream, you probably think, oh, it's a trailer. No, Airstream makes vans too.
And then the other thing you might be thinking is, those are really stinking expensive, guys. Well, we found one for a good deal, and the deal is too good to pass up. So it's tempted us to at least go and look at it.
And like, we're actually pretty convinced that we're gonna want this van. So we have put a deposit on it, and that's a first for us. We put a refundable deposit down, and we have every intention of buying this van if it's perfect. So that's, well, you know, we have a condition subject to viewing because we literally have not seen one of these yet. We haven't even been in one. So we might take one step into it, look around and be like, nope. And that's the end of it.
And that will be the end of this video.
Yeah, right. But we're really hoping that this is the one. So everybody cross your fingers.
One of the reasons I'm excited about this, and I'm trying to not get too excited about it, is that it would be a brand new vehicle for us. No one has ever lived in it. No one's ever used it, nothing. Brand new.
We've literally never had that.
I leased a brand new vehicle once, like a long time ago, which was quite special and fun, but it was a lease, so I didn't get to keep it. And that's the last brand new vehicle I've ever had.
And I've only owned one brand new vehicle in my life. That was in 2001.
Was that your Audi?
That was the Audi. And I literally swore that I would never ever buy a brand new vehicle again. And I guess technically, even if we bought this one, it's a 1-year-old brand new vehicle, if that makes any sense, because it is last year's model. Technically, it just hasn't sold yet.
So now, let's go see it.
Turn right onto Industrial Avenue, then turn right onto Industrial Avenue West. Then your destination will be on the left.
Yeah, so we gotta get our first impressions here. Mel's already taken it apart. That was to be expected. Telling you, it looks pretty nice so far. I like that.
Oh, that's a nice sturdy table.
Yep. So this was a great van. It was absolutely the exact layout that we want, with the dinette at the front and a fixed bed at the back that's up high enough that you've got lots of space underneath in the garage. Honestly, I couldn't come up with a better layout if I designed it myself. So kudos on that. They definitely got the layout right, but I'm sure you can see it coming. There's a however, because I'm not in the van right now and we did not get the van. What is the reason for that? Well, 90% of the van was absolutely perfect. The wet bath was really nice, the finishings, the amount of storage, like honestly, Airstream, you did a good job designing this van. But there was one fatal flaw for us that there doesn't seem to be a way to get around. So one thing that I had seen in the reviews is that people complained that not all their outlets were working on the inverter when they first took delivery of the van. Now, from what I understood, this was just a problem with the firmware. So it needed a firmware update, and then it was all fixed. However, Mel says I say however way too much. When we actually got there and looked at it, only 3 plugs are marked with blue tape that says inverter. And there doesn't seem to be any way to hook up those other ones. When they got in touch with Airstream, Airstream said that you cannot hook up any more outlets, otherwise you'll void the warranty. So that nice 3-year warranty that comes with a brand new Airstream would be invalid as soon as you start messing around with the electrical, which is a real shame because I feel like they made a big mistake with this. It has a generator and the salesperson, Airstream, they're like, well, just fire up the generator. Okay, great, if that's possible. But let's say you're in one of those campgrounds that does not have hookups, but has rules about generators. Usually you can only run your generator from maybe 9 in the morning till maybe 6 at night. And even then you're gonna be annoying people with it, so you wanna keep it minimal. But what if you wanna have a coffee or a tea at 6 or 7 in the morning when you first wake up? I know I certainly like to have my coffee in the morning. Well, you don't have propane. Your only way to heat that up is with electricity, but you've got no electricity. Now, one thing the salesperson suggested was, well, you could run an extension cord from the back of the van to the front. And I mean, yeah, you could, but do you really want this big, thick extension cord running from your bedroom area through the already very narrow corridor up to your kitchen to have your coffee in a brand new van when there's an outlet right there, but that outlet just isn't hooked up to the inverter? Does that make any sense at all? I feel like I have to call you out on this, Airstream. You have made a design mistake. And in this case, it was a critical mistake. And we just had to say, you know, we can't do that. We're just not willing to make that compromise. I don't know, maybe we're being unreasonable there, but it got me thinking too. It's like anything with the electrical system that we don't like, we can't fix, we can't change without voiding the warranty. They only put a 2,000 watt inverter in the van. I feel like they should have done a 3,000 watt. Most custom builds, they're gonna go with a 3,000 watt inverter because it's not that much more money and it's good to have that extra wattage when you need it. Congratulations, Airstream. With the Rangeline, you've built a van that is like this close to perfection. But until you solve that inverter problem, unfortunately, it's not the van for us. So we're gonna have to keep on looking.
So what's this big news we were referring to on our thumbnail?
Surprise!
I'm going to India! We'll tell you more next week.
See you then.
Bye! Sheesh, man.
I know, right? That's an accident waiting to happen.
Oh look, the camera's on now.
It is the Airstream Rangefinder. No, Rangeline.
But one of the reasons why I am excited about it is that was a really loud motorcycle. Make sure you don't miss the next video by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications.
Oh, and don't forget to check out our website and sign up for our weekly email blast.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.